morning campers. So we've got 10 minutes today, a little taster of everything chair based. So let's start sitting up nice and tall like the Queen herself, as if you zipped up, shoulders back and down. So even when you're sitting nice and tall in the chair, we're working our core muscles around the tummy. And then let's go for a little march. It's a long wait to get in Primark. It's a long wait, you know. So when we're moving our arms and legs like this, again, we're working the tummy, we're working the back, and we're just getting the heart pumping a little bit. Let's do a slap, slap, clap, clap, slap, slap, clap, clap. Again, getting the circulation going. If you want to work a bit harder, clap above your head, sit your shoulders, let it. I'm not going on a summer holiday. I don't know about you, back garden will do it for me. Lovely. And then let's round those shoulders up, back, down and round, creaking, all the noises this makes. So when you're moving a joint, it's like putting the WD-40 on it. And then let's circle into the wrists and circle the other way like a flamenco dancer and wiggle the fingers. So that clapping, you'll have got a bit of circulation going into the fingers and back to the march. So small moves to start with. If your joints are happy, make those moves a little bit bigger. Bringing the knees up a little bit more, bring the arms slightly above your head. So when we're pumping the arms above the head, we're getting the heart rate up and going, because the heart's a pump, it has to pump above itself. If you feel slightly breathless, bring it back down again. We want to get the heart pumping, we want to get the lungs are working. We're going to stretch into the chest now like a figurehead on a Viking warship, and then just let them down. Deep breath in, stretch the arms back, lift the chest and relax down. So I remember when I was a kid, before asthma drugs were what they are now, the inhalers, this little stretch out of the chest really helps breathing. If you want to, try breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you've got hay fever, that probably won't work because I'm a bit stuffed up with my hay fever at the moment. If you can, bring the arms up shoulder height now. We're going to lean forward slightly, breathe in as we bring the elbows back, breathe out as we come slightly forward. So I'll do this sideways on, you stay where you are. Inhale, exhale, just so you can see there's a little lean forward. That feels too much, have your hands on the thighs as we lean forward, and then bring the arms back. So you can support yourself on the lean forward. Inhale, exhale, two more like that. Inhale, exhale, I always like my feet flat on the ground here for support. Inhale, exhale, arms down. Now we're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears and allow them to slide back down. So inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Nothing should hurt doing this, but you're just getting that range of movement a little bit bigger each time. Last one, deep breath in through the nose if you can, and out again. Give them a bit of the shake, 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 and we're back to the march. It's a long way to get in time, oh, it's a long way to go. Arms above your head if you can bear it. But anytime it gets too hard, you bring it back down. Slap, slap, clap, clap. If you can, arms above the head, like you're watching your football team. Although we can't watch it going at the minute, we've got to watch it on the telly. And we've got cardboard cutouts in the stands at the Arsenal. Who knew? Two more like this if you can. Slap, slap, clap, clap. Last time now. Shake your fingers out like you've washed them for the 10,000th time today. Get the circulation going. Lovely work. Slide one leg forward with a heel on the floor. Draw the tummy in, and we're going to go back to that little rowing move. So breathe out and breathe in. So now we're stretching the back of the thigh, the hamstring and the lower back. If it's too much, hand on the opposite leg, leaning forward. Inhale, raising that chest up. So you know your body better than anybody else. You live in it 24 hours a day. So just making the moves as big or small as your body is happy with. And then let's change sides. So the other leg, as long as you can comfortably make it, knee unlocked, easier that lean forward, supporting yourself on the other thigh. Breathe out on the way down and breathe in on the way back. If you want to, let's add the arms. That's a bit more unsupported for your back, so think of tightening your internal belt as if you've got a tight pair of trousers on. Breathing out and breathing in. If you're not lucky enough to have a little outdoor space, I'm joined by the birdies today. It's fine to do any exercise indoors, but do try and get out, you know, just at least once a day. They're reckoning 20 minutes of free vitamin D3. Back to the march. So even if you just walk around the block, as long as you've got your mask on, you should be fine. Even if you're a bit nervous like I am, put your mask on, get a little walk around the block. If you can, arms above the head. And what we're going to do now is make it a little bit harder, climbing a ladder. Opposite arm and opposite leg, opposite arm and opposite leg. So the good news about this ladder is you're not going to fall off of it, but you are working the back, you are working the tummy, you're working the shoulders, you're working the hips. Good work, lovely. Climb that ladder. As a window cleaner's daughter, I have a lot of experience of this. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, good work. I'm going to sit sideways on, but you stay where you are. We're going to hug our imaginary tree and make a C shape with the tummy, and then hands on your thighs and pull those shoulders back. We're going to breathe out, hug that imaginary tree, elbows bent, look down, and then a deep breath in, pull the elbows back here. So when we're doing this move, draw the navel to the spine. When we're doing this move, draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale as we come forward, inhale as we come up. So elbows round that big tree, allow the head to fall. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, feeling the stretch here. 2 more like that. Big hug and draw up tall in the chair. Last time. Big exhale out, try and get a bit extra out and try and get a bit extra in here. So we're going back to climbing the ladder, but we're going to do it a bit slower this time. So one arm's going to reach down and one arm's going to reach up, as if those rungs have got a little bit further apart. So your shoulders might not like that, so you might still be in the smaller climbing the ladder move. Or that big stretch up. It's like a pussycat climbing a tree in slow motion. I see mine do this. I can see that murderous look in their eyes. So if that's too much for your back, don't bring the knees quite so high, and it's the opposite arm to the opposite leg. If you want to work with your breath, a deep breath in and out, keeping the tummy tight. Deep breath in and out. One more time each side. Ooh, somebody's going somewhere in the plane. It'll be a long time before I get on one again, I can tell you. And then hands on the thighs, and we're going to lean forward, breathe out, and we're going to push ourselves up and breathe in. That's your level 1. If you can, we're going to breathe out on the way forward, and we're going to go into the stick 'em up move on the way back. We're going to breathe out, pressing gently all the air out the lungs, and then breathe in through the nose and expand the chest. So again, your arms might not be exactly in the same position as mine. That breath in, expanding the chest and the pectoral muscles across the chest. Breathing out a stretch of the lower back. So you make the move small to start with. Because I'm chatting, you can't probably hear my breathing. It would be a and a. One more like that. Remember, if you need to, just come up and don't do the arms. And then let's roll the shoulders back. One more little bit of marching on the spot, and then we're done. We'll do a little bit of stretching. So, there's a long queue to get in the co-op, and the bread has all gone today, but my husband's gone for me. Arms up above your head as you march, march, march. Lovely. Pack up your troubles and you roll, kick back and smile, smile, smile. What's the use of worrying? Arms down by the side, ladies and gentlemen. Hold your chair. Leg back out, and we're just going to lean forward here, trying to keep the chest up. That feels uncomfortable, you can bring your hands onto your bent leg there. So shoulders slightly back, so we're stretching hamstrings, back of the thigh and the back itself. So while you're watching the telly, you can do some stretches like this. And draw yourself back up, and let's change sides. So the other leg, as long as you can make it. The knee doesn't like it, you can have a really soft bend of that knee. And we're doing that little lean forward, hamstring and back stretch. Just keep breathing normally now. If your heart sort of was a little bit pitter-pattery doing the marching, that's absolutely fine. And then come back up, give yourself a big hug, let your ear go to one side really gently, allowing the head to come round in that semicircle. So there is a separate section on stretching if you want to do some more stretches, but I wanted to keep this to around 10 minutes for this one. So well done everybody, treat yourself to a cup of tea or drink of water now. See you next time.